Doesn't stop anyone from living a full and active life, and that includes taking part in tough contact sports like rugby.
That's the message from Michael Adams, who had a stoma fitted last year and was determined to get back on the rugby pitch as soon as possible. Our reporter Beth Parsons went to Batley in West Yorkshire to meet him.
I was in the army for 12 years. I'd fully planned moving over to Australia, got myself a job, got myself attached to a rugby team out there already. And unfortunately, just before I left on Boxing Day, I got sick with ulcerative colitis. My whole intestine was inflamed, filled with ulcers and stuff like that, and it was just pure agony. It came to a decision on a Thursday night of, no, it needs to come out. I can't handle this anymore. So me and my mum sat there, had a little cry, and the next day I was shipped off to get a stoma bag.
According to the charity Colostomy UK, 1 in every 335 people in the country have a stoma bag. Mikey had what's called an ileostomy, which allows his body's waste to be diverted straight from his large intestine into a stoma bag, which can be taken off and swapped for a new one.
My goal was to get back on the rugby pitch. I managed to do that in 12 weeks post-surgery. I absolutely loved it, and that was my goal, to get the weight back on, to be fit enough to get back onto a pitch. I use a hernia belt, so it supports it. You also get protective covers and stuff to help with that. The stoma doesn't actually have any feeling whatsoever. So if I take a knock, it doesn't hurt at all.
Right, ready, boys?
It's warm-up time at the stadium in Batley, because for the second time he's back in action with the Colostomy UK Rugby League team.
If we do get broken down, fill the middle.
Disability doesn't stop you playing sport, whether that's a stoma or anything else. Some of us have other disabilities, but showing that we don't need to play to a stigma. So yeah, it's aiming to get people out there comfortable playing sport again, really.
Mikey's family were by his side throughout his illness, and they're still there, watching from the stands.
From him saying that he was going to have the stoma to where he's got to now is absolutely brilliant. And he's playing rugby, and it's something he really, really enjoys, and he's put the weight back on that he's lost. So, yeah, no, ultra proud.
Rugby's always been a massive passion, and in hospital, when he realised it was something that he might not be able to do again, it was hard to see. So to see him now today, like, completely turned a corner, it's amazing.
On top of his own recovery, Mikey is now helping others via his social media channel, Soldier to Stoma.
Come on, let's go. We'll do this and we'll do it together.
He's open, honest and positive about the change.
I have this lovely little bag, which is called Bilbo Baggins.
He wants more people to feel proud of their stomas. After all, as he says, without it, he wouldn't have had a second chance.
We can talk to Giovanni now, who we saw in that report by Beth Parsons, who's from Colostomy UK. Good morning, to you. This is about being able to be someone who lives with a stoma and crack on with life, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think there's quite a negative perception sometimes around stomas, that they're life-limiting, and what we want to kind of like show is, yes, that while people have challenges around living with a stoma, and also there's obviously a reason why someone has some, because they've obviously been quite ill, whether it's cancer or IBD, but we want to show that they're not life-limiting, they're actually life-enabling. And what better way of doing that than by showing that people can play a collision sport like rugby league? IBD,
irritable bowel disease. Playing rugby, though, I mean, you know, we've spoken to lots of people who live with a stoma, and accidents happen with them sometimes. They tell us about, you know, the inconvenience of it, but you know, it's fine. They're kind of used to it. Rugby is a contact sport. It's, you know, it's understandable that people think it's not that it's a life-limiting issue, but it is a life-impacting issue. Yeah.
But I think, I mean, I said in the interview there, we've been playing since 2018, and we've never had anyone who's had their stoma damaged or anything like that before. We've had the injuries that you expect with a contact sport, whether it's broken bones and cracked ribs and things like that, but we've never had anyone damage their stoma. There's things that people can do to protect it. A lot of our players wear support belts. A lot of them might,
as we saw,
or compression top. Yes, someone's bag could theoretically leak during a game, But again, people get to know their bodies and they get to kind of like understand when they should be eating and drinking and things like that, so they can be as prepared as possible just to make sure that they can hopefully play without any incidents.
And Michael, we featured it in the report there. I mean, it's great. He's doing what he loves to do, hasn't stopped him. One of the things that watching that film that occurred to me was the learning curve that his teammates must have gone on with him about his condition, you know, because that's important too, isn't it? You can make a decision yourself and want to do something, but others around you need support, you need encouragement, you need people just to accept it's fine.
I think that's what's great about our team, because the majority of players in it do have a stoma, and they're at different parts of their journey. So some have been with us since 2018, some like Mikey and you along the way, some have always accepted their stomas, and some face real challenges around it from the psychological point of view. Will I ever be able to play sport again? Possibly not wanting people to know that they've got a stoma. So what we actually do have with that team is a really good support network as well, which is there to kind of help people, because they are on different parts of their journey. Some are really accepting of it. Some use playing rugby league for us as a way of actually coming to terms with their stoma and giving them the confidence to show that they can actually go on and take on other challenges in their life as well.
It's interesting when reading about how some of the players were told by surgeons that they wouldn't be able to play again. It's interesting kind of how the diagnosis and the treatment is being understood in different ways now by the medical profession itself.
Yeah, I think it's people just being on the safe side, because you know there are challenges that you can face. There's a lot of research out there that shows up to 70% of people with a stoma could end up with a parastomal hernia, which is a hernia that sits on their stoma, and that can have a real impact on people's quality of life. And you know, people get that because they've had major surgery on their abdomen, and it becomes very weak. So if you're not prepared, if you don't exercise properly, then it's something that can be life limiting to you. So I guess it's erring on the side of caution, but we should still be kind of encouraging and inspiring people to actually say you can go back, to do the things that you used to do before stoma surgery, but also maybe achieve things that you didn't beforehand, because you've got a second chance now.
Giovanni, do you sense that the conversations around the issue now have changed completely? That there is a different dialogue going on?
I think so. When I joined Colostomy UK 10 years ago, I thought there was a lot more of a stigma around stomas, a lot more looking at it as it's only old people and it's quite a negative thing. And I think people like Adele Roberts, Louise Thompson, Matt Ford means that there's much kind of wider knowledge in society around stomas now, and people are more aware of them. What there isn't yet, one of the things that we try to do with Colostomy UK is kind of highlight now the challenges that people with stomas can actually face. Because yes, we're talking about a great story with Mikey. Some people struggle to leave their home in the morning because they're worried that their bag might leak, and there's a massive challenge around accessible toilets and toilet provision at the moment. So I think that next stage is educating the public, whether it's individuals or decision makers, to actually become more stoma friendly.
We spoke about that very issue here on the sofa just a couple of weeks ago.
Is it a match day today?
No, we're next at Sheffield Eagles on August the 3rd.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Giovanni Cinque from Colostomy UK.